Hello, welcome to this week's card reading. So I am doing the card reading for the week of, For the week of May 6th. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do it yesterday, but I am here today to give you some messages for your week ahead. The card deck that I'm using is the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Always beautiful cards that she does. And I'll be pulling 3 cards, and you just need to feel in to see if card 1, 2, or 3 is calling you this week. I've already connected, gone in, safely connected. And, if that's something that you are interested in wanting to learn, we teach that in our on-demand course called Meet Your Spirit Guide. So if you're at all curious, then definitely check that out. So I don't think there's anything else. All right, so let's pull card 1. The Well Maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, compassion. All right. So they're making me feel like this week, it just feels really important to honor yourself, to respect whatever you are feeling or experiencing. And, in the sense of like, they show me let's just say you are really, really busy and you're frustrated and overwhelmed by it. But then, at the same time, you're like, come on, get it together. You can do this. Just get your mindset in the game and get it done. You know how we can kind of have those internal battles of I feel overwhelmed, but then we don't honor that. And we try to push through, or even get mad at ourselves for, not being able to keep up. Or say you are, something comes up again that you've been healing or working on, and, thinking that you maybe have moved past it or made some progress, and, and then all of a sudden it pops up and you feel like you're pulled all the way back to where you were. And there's this frustration of come on, get your shit together. I know I do that all the time to myself, where I'm like, dude, are you not over this yet? Let's get on with it. And, I think the message there is very much it's coming up for a reason. So taking the time to honor it and give it space to kind of work out however it needs to kind of work out of your body. And, instead of judging yourself with it. So it just kind of really feels like this week, giving yourself that kindness, giving yourself that respect, and compassion. And even, my God, sometimes I feel like they just keep going with the messages that it could be so many different people. And even they're bringing my attention to the word respect. So maybe asking yourself, is there parts of you or parts of your life that you don't respect yourself, or you're not giving yourself respect? So, and you're not honoring yourself. So in the sense, people pleasing, that is one right there that we can get into that trap of wanting to people please and make sure somebody else is okay. And in reality, what you're doing is disrespecting your own self. So putting somebody else's needs above your own. So are you disrespecting yourself, not showing yourself respect by honoring yourself as well in any type of process? So yeah, so pay attention to that this week. Make sure to honor yourself. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And it is what it is. Everybody else just has to accept it. So even yourself. All right, so let's do card 2. The only thing I hate about new cards is like then they're kind of like sticky and it takes a while to unstick them. So I just need to use this card deck more. Okay, card 2. Go get me mad. There we go. Metamorphosis. This is the word that I used I don't know how many weeks ago, and I was like, oh, am I saying that right? So embrace transformation. Things are now different. Ooh, so good. Oh, I feel that. Okay. Goosebumps. Let me just get it anchored in. All right, so, I know this theme has come up a lot of the in-between, the transformation, the change. And what this message, this card is giving me is that it kind of like, it feels like you are either on the precipice of anchoring in, or you've kind of like stepped over that threshold and you're kind of like anchored into this new version of yourself, but it can kind of feel a little uncomfortable. And yeah, so it kind of feels like, okay, maybe you've stepped into this new version and you're like, ooh, this is just, I'm not used to, feeling this way or doing things this way. And I just feel a little uncomfortable. And it's just kind of like this reminder that it's okay to, have those moments you're adjusting. That's the thing. Like there's a period of time of you anchoring into this new version of yourself, this new frequency, this new energy, that it, takes time. Whenever there's a death and rebirth, when we're letting go of a past version of ourselves, typically we've been that past version for a very, very long time. And so the idea of stepping into a new frequency, a new vibration, a new self is uncomfortable. I just keep getting the itchy sweater, right? You put on a new sweater and it hasn't you haven't molded it into your body yet. And it's just a little uncomfortable. Or those new shoes that you put on that you're like, I love these, but damn, I need to break them in. So, your new version of yourself, you're breaking that person in. You are breaking in, you are getting settled. And then, just really pay attention to, because we tend to default back to our comfort when we are uncomfortable. So just being mindful of that. And 9/11 on my thing showed the video 9/11. So that was my confirmation, and even Spirit saying it's reflected back to me because that's my number. What was I saying? Oh, geez. Oh yeah, so pay attention to and be mindful if you start to kind of like default back to old thought patterns, things that you used to do. Just kind of be just mindful of that. And when you're mindful of it, you're able to catch it faster and be able to, redirect yourself. So All right, so card 3. I don't know. It's a word I don't know. No, I don't know why they do this to me. On call, it's a different language. Don't judge. So healer, seer, priest, priestess, soul purpose. So much. Don't judge me. But it is a different word. I don't think that's a English word. Watch it be, and Mandy will be like, Allison, how did you not know that? I don't know. I say it myself all the time. Okay, let me connect. So it really feels like you are, it feels like this like integration of this, your purpose. Like I can feel that there's this, that you've accepted your purpose, your path, and you are integrating it and starting to embody it and become it fully. So in that sense of like, if you've been on a spiritual awakening, or if you've felt the call to be of service, to follow your intuition, to be a healer, to whatever it is, it just feels like you are really like more than ever embodying this part of you. And the more you embody it, the more you become it, I guess. Like it just kind of feels like the more you kind of like accept it and allow it in, the more it just becomes who you are. It's not kind of like, oh, well, I'm only that person when when I'm doing this, or in these hours, and I'm this person over here, or when I'm interacting with, these people, I can be that person, but over here, I'm, the other version. And so it just kind of feels like, I really feel like you are stepping into fully embodying it, that it's part of, or becoming part of every aspect of your life, and you are existing within that version of you that is following your soul purpose, and walking that path and embracing it fully. And then I also feel like there's another group of you that is feeling the nudge. So it hasn't gotten there yet, but is feeling this like uneasy energy stirring within you, this pull, this kind of like, there has to be more. Like I don't get it. I feel like there's more out there, or there's more that I'm meant to do, or just having those kind of like thoughts, deeper thoughts, that you are meant to do something else, or something else is supposed to fulfill you. And so this is kind of like saying, like, listen, those are the breadcrumbs, those are your guides trying to guide you. When it gets louder and louder, because it will get louder and louder, the pull, I have two words in my head, the pull, the call. You see how that, yeah, it overlapped. The calling of, your soul knows where to lead you at all times. It's just, if you are willing to hear it and follow it. So, if you are kind of in that stage where you're like questioning things, questioning your life, questioning what you're supposed to do, feeling maybe not fulfilled or fully happy, but then, in your mind, you're kind of like, but I have the house, I have the marriage, I have the kids, I've got all the things, I've got the career. Why am I not happy? And this is because you are being called. So I hope this was helpful, and we will see you next time.